Hey crew, it's Pitt, and I'm back with some MBTI basics. Today we're going to be talking about extroverted sensing. We're going to be talking about what it is, where it might fall in the stack, and what that means. So let's just go ahead and dive in. Extroverted sensing, or SE, is gathering all the things. It is focused on things, but it is focused on the new things. They live in the present. They are very much about this thing now. They're not about that thing then. They're not about that thing in the future. They're all about this thing right now. They like to find all of the physical options. They like to know that they have looked at all the options, as opposed to just going with whatever. They want to see 15 different models of cars before they buy one. They want to try out 7 different types of phones before they decide on one. They want to do as much seeing of all the new things. They want to make sure they have all the new shiny things first. They want to be the most on top of getting the new things. I need to do that. Sorry. They like giving physical experience. They are the ones that like to give the sensual experience to their partner as opposed to receiving it, which is more of an SI trait. People tend to like one or the other more, right? Some people like to give massages, whereas some people like to be massaged. And those overlap a little bit, but not to a great extent. Like some people just don't like giving massages, but they're all right with giving you one. They're good at physical manipulation. These are the people that get the things done. There's a reason why they are the dominant force in our society, is the fact that these are the sports people. These are the people who are out there catching the balls, hitting the balls. They're the people that are fixing your cars. These are the people that are doing the physical things in the now. They're the ones that can take a car that's not working and figure out what's not working about it and getting it right, because they're good at physically manipulating the things. They're the ones that make things work. They're the ones that jerry rig things. They're the ones that what's a good way to explain it is they're good at it's hard to explain, but like physical manipulation, like this is for some reason I'm just drawing a blank, but it's like actually manipulating the physical things. Like it's swinging the bat and hitting the ball and keeping your eye on the ball, and that part of it is an SE thing. That is why you will see clusters of the SE users in sports. They will be the ones that are more physically active. The more SE dominant you are, the more physically active you're prone to be. They make the things work. They find the problem because they have looked at all the options, and they're like, well, we can make this work by taking this piece from this thing and this piece from this thing and putting it together, and we can make it work. Not because it's the best option, but because you've seen these things and you can put it together in a way that makes it work. Probably not the best, probably not a permanent solution, but it will work enough to get you through the day. And they're also the people that are all like, well, if it has a motor, I can drive it, right? Or if it's got a hard drive, I can hack it, or whatever that happens to be. If it has, I can. They're the ones that are out there just doing things that are probably a little bit dumb. They're the people that you see hanging off the side of a cliff by one hand, waving at you or taking a selfie. Like, they're just those people because they do. Now, where does this work out in the stack? How do we look at this in a cognitive development type of way? We want to improve ourselves and integrate these senses. Once you figure out where in your stack this falls, this guideline will be helpful for you. The divine is the one that surrounds you. It is right. It's the thing that you do without even really thinking about it. And that for an SE person is going to be finding the things for other people, because it's in the divine slot. That means that it is attenuated towards other people. And so they're going to find the things for other people. Whereas in the crown, which is right here at the top of your head, they're going to find the things for themselves. Now, they'll give it to the other people eventually, but first, that is for themselves. In the third eye, they're going to get defensive. They're going to be, oh, why are you trying to take my things? Why can I not look at these things? Why does this thing get excluded? They're going to be very defensive over that. That's where they're going to give their pushback for the tribe, because the third slide is the tribe slide. Like, that is this. It goes extroverted, introverted, extroverted, introverted. And so if your third slide is an SE, you're going to be more vocal. You're going to talk a lot, but you're going to get defensive over the things, because that is where you push back against the tribe and where you try to fit in with the tribe a little bit better. The throat is, they're going to think that they find the things, right? But they're going to miss most of it. It's all about expressing, and it's about suppressing. That's what the throat is. And so they're going to think that they're really good at all the options. They're going to think that they're really good at playing sports. They're going to think that they're really good at being attractive to the opposite sex. They're going to think all of these things. And they're better at it than some other people, but they're really not as good at it as they are. This is my spot. This is where I'm at on this. Like, I used to think I was a great baseball player, but I was really not that good. I could throw the ball from the center field fence to home plate without a bounce, right? But I probably wouldn't hit my target. I could hit the ball all the way into the outfield every single time I connected, but I couldn't connect as often as I probably should have. I thought I was really good at it, but I wasn't. Now, the heart, right? We're getting down into the baser side of things. This is the side that you're not really going to use all that much, like thinking about it, but you're really going to want to find the things. Like, that's going to be your desire, to be good at finding the things, but you're going to be an SI user, because if that's in your heart slot, that means that your divine slot's going to be SI. And so you're going to be better at organizing the things than you will be at finding the things. You need to learn how to let other people find things. The solar plexus. This is about sustenance, and this is the critic. This is the part that you beat yourself up over. And so you are going to beat yourself up because you don't have the things. Whether that's to give it to someone else or for yourself, either one. It's probably for yourself because of where it's placed, but you're going to be very upset that you don't have the new thing. You're going to be very upset that you're not, you're going to feel that you need it. Like, it has to be a part of your life. But it's probably not going to happen until you get a healthy stack. The sacral, this is getting into the sexual trickster energy. This is way low in the base area, and this is the part that's going to trip you up. You're going to chase all the new things. You're probably not going to get it just because of where it is in the stack. And most people are not healthy in the lower part of their stack. But if this is your spot, like this is where you're SE, that means that your third eye is going to be SI, and so your sacral is going to be SE, and you're going to chase after all the new things, whether or not you can touch them or not. You're going to be continuously grinding for something new all the time. It's never going to be satisfied with what you have. You're not going to look around and say, man, I am really blessed. You're going to be like, that TV's like 3 years old. I need to get a new TV. That phone's like a year and a half old. I need a new phone. That's going to be the person you are. And you're not going to be happy until you get healthy with not having the things that you want. That's just how that works. And then the base. This is the very bottom. This is survival. This is obsessing over the missing things. Now, this is not, I need to buy a new thing. This is I'm missing this thing, right? This is I don't have a computer, therefore life sucks. I don't have a TV, therefore life sucks. I don't have a car, therefore life sucks. I don't have this. And all you can think about is the things that you don't have in your life. All that you really care about is the things that you don't have in your life if you're not healthy. Now, how do you get healthy in the SE? We're going to start at the base. The way that you get healthy in the SE is to learn to quit obsessing over the things. The way that you do that, and because you're SE here, that means that your throat is going to be SI. And so you're not going to be really good at making lists. But that is what you're going to need to do. You're going to need to help strengthen your SI to bring your SE up, because you're going to need to make a schedule and a plan of action to get the things that you want. You need to recognize that you are living in a place of discontent simply because you don't have things, and that you can change that. And you need to start showing some gratitude for the things that you do have, to understand that not everybody is going to have all of the things, and that most of the people that have the things have gone out and worked for the things, and they haven't really just had them given to them. It's going to be really hard for an SE demon, because that's where they want to be. For the sacral, you're going to have to learn how to be satisfied with what you have, right? You don't need a new TV just because the other one's a little bit old. You don't need a new TV until the TV starts to break or to malfunction, or there's a problem that can't be fixed. You don't need to run out and get new things. You think you do. You really do. You think you have to chase after all these things, but you don't. And when you realize that you don't, then you can start being appreciative of what you have. A lot of this is going to have to deal with gratitude, because this is dealing with things. And if you're in your base over things, then it means that you're not showing gratitude. The solar plexus is going to hate that they don't find all the things. They're going to hate that they don't have new things. The whole base works on not having what you want. Like you really want the things that are in your base. You're just not very good at getting them. So again, you're going to need to make a plan. You're going to need to set a goal for it and achieve it. But you're going to have to learn how to be satisfied with not having what you want when you want it all the time. It's hard. I understand that. I do. But you can also, at this point, with your SE heart, you've already been working on your base and your sacral by this point. So if you're in your SE heart, and you can start to try identifying things that you want to find, right? And what that means is, say you have a goal, but you're going to really overlook the other options in what you're trying to get. So say your goal is to buy this car. I use car a lot because it's easily identifiable, but you have this model in mind that you want. And it's in your solar plexus, so that means that it's your third eye is your SI. So you've already decided this is the best thing, and you're going to be defensive over that. What you need to do is to look at the other options. Take the time, no matter how much you think that this car is the best car possible. Take your time. Look at the other options. Look at the other cars that are similar in make. Look at other cars that are similar in the year model. Look at other cars that are similar in the amenities that are involved in the car. Does it have seat warmers? Does the radio have come with satellite? Like, those things don't really make a difference in the long run. They really don't. But you're going to think that they do. And if you don't take the time to physically stop, look at the options, you're going to regret it. You will. You're going to hate that you bought the wrong car thinking it was the right one. Right, for the heart, they're really going to want to find things. This is going to be these come in twos, right? Like, these are really close together in what they need to do to get healthy. These are really close in what they need to do to get healthy. These are the same. These are the same. And it comes to a introverted, extroverted thing. It comes to whether you're doing it for you or the tribe, and whether your goal is to do it for you or the tribe. Well, we're in the solar plexus. You need to find the new things for you. You need to find the new things that you want, and to take the time to research them. But you need to do the same thing if it's in your heart. You need to do the same things for other people. You need to find somebody in your life, and probably somebody you're intimately connected with to begin with. Like, it's really good to do this for a partner. It's really good to do this for a partner. Let me say that one more time. It is really good to do this for your partner. Take the time to see what your partner needs in their life. Not what they want in their life, but what they actually need to make their life better. And then you give that. You step into filling that role, and you're going to feel great about it. And you're supposed to. It's your heart. That is the thing that holds you together is giving the new things to other people. Now that sounds a little bit crazy because you're SI divine and you can't help but try to figure out what the best thing is. Well, use that to give the thing to someone else. Use your ability to discern whatever you like. You get all these options and you can, without effort, just go, okay, this is the best one. Do that for your partner. Do that for your parent. Do that for your child. Do that for your neighbor. Do that for your coworkers. Now, I'm not telling you don't bankrupt yourself trying to give other people new things. New things does not have to be, it can also be experienced. It doesn't necessarily have to be, I'm going to give you this lighter. This is a brand new lighter. No, it can be an experience. You can say, hey, I know that you've never been to do this. Let's go. It's really that. You as an SE person, SE is going to want to give things to other people. And that's what these four are going to want to do. And we're going to, in order to get really healthy in your top of your stack. Now, by the time you're in the top of your stack, if you're at SE, throat, or above, you shouldn't be starting right here. You should be starting right here. You should get to the bottom of your stack and work your way up. And then by the time you get here, you're going to be in a much healthier place with the rest of your stack. And so you'll be able to you'll be able to express wanting the new things without fear of somebody hating on you for wanting the new things. It's okay to want new things. It's not okay to obsess about them. It is not okay to just get them just because, but it is okay to want them. It is okay to strive for other things. Now, this is going to be the slot for you. This is going to be the slot where you need to accept that you're not the best at finding the new things and to work on being better at finding the new things, because that will make your life a happier one. You will say, I can do these things. Not necessarily that you have to or that you are, but that you can do these things, that you can find the best option by looking at these other options. And by looking at the other options and then taking the time to narrow it down, you're gonna do better. And then when you narrow it down, talk about it. Probably with your intimate partner would be the best. It is always best to have an intimate partner. It is always best to be honest and truthful and forthright and communicate with your intimate partner. And when you go to do this for your intimate partner, if you're a third eye person, right, you're going to get defensive over the things. Your partner may come to you and say, we need a new TV. And you're going to get mad because you didn't think of that. And you're going to get mad that they want to pick out the TV. You're going to get mad that they recognize this need. You're going to get mad that they don't want to accept the experiences. You're going to get mad. This is where you're going to get upset a lot of the time. It's in your third eye, and it's where your child is. And your child is immature. It is something that you need to raise up in order for it to go in the correct manner. And it's going to get defensive, just like a toddler does when you take their toy. So you're going to get defensive about the new things. Get less defensive about them. When somebody starts talking about new things and they're gathering them, let them. That's going to be hard. Try not to butt in and be like, whoa, did you see this one? But did you see this one? But did you see this one? Because that's where you're going to want to do. You're going to be the person who is, but did you see? That's going to be you. So elsewhere in the stack, it manifests just a little bit different. But right here, this is yeah, but did you see? Yeah, but did you see? Yeah, but did you see? All right, the crown. You're going to find these things for yourself. You're going to be, if you're in an unhealthy situation with yourself, you're going to be the person who is always upgrading their phone as soon as it comes out. And it's going to be easy for you because you're going to see the new thing before everybody else. Well, almost everybody else. And so you're going to want to get those things for yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get things for yourself, but make sure that you need them. Overtaking is how sin starts, right? Overtaking of anything is unhealthy. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be new things. If you're driving yourself to bankruptcy, because you have to be able to give gifts. I know people, good God, do I know people, who will drive themselves thousands of dollars into debt every single year just to give Christmas presents. Now, me personally, I give up one of my things for that purpose every year. But we don't go into debt behind it. We don't take out any credit card debt. I deprive myself of something so that I can give it to my children. And I'm okay with that. These people with the crown are going to want to get all of these things, but they sometimes can do it in an unhealthy manner. And so you need to pay attention to that. Now, the divine people, these are the people that are getting it and giving it to someone else right off the bat. Like, as soon as they get it, they're like, hey, check this out. Hey, check this out. Hey, did you see? Hey, check this out. Hey, check this out. Not in a correcting manner. The third eye is more about correcting other people in a did you see? This is a just giving the experience of did you see this? This is the guy who is like, man, did you see that new Camaro? Man, did you see that new Radeon processor? Man, did you just see whatever? And that's where they're going to pull the conversation every single time. They're going to pull it back every time to that. So as an SE Divine user, you're going to need to strangle back on that a little bit. It is great. You do it without even thinking about it, gathering all of this SE for people. But sometimes people don't need it. And so when somebody's venting to you, you don't need to show them the options. When someone is making a purchase or a decision for themselves, sometimes it's great if they ask you for it and they're like, what do you think? Or have you seen this and what do you think about it? Then by all means share that, but don't push it. You're going to have a tendency to do that. You're also going to have a tendency to try to push people into giving experience or receiving experiences that they don't necessarily want. You're going to be overbearing. Come play with me, come play with me, come play with me, come play with me. Then not everybody wants to play. That's just something that you have to keep in mind if you want to be healthier in your own stack. All of these things, like this is base level. I know I'm not getting overly into this, but all of these things, if you focus on fixing your particular spot in your particular stack in a meditative practice, when you're doing your meditation and you're an SE base, you need to be thinking about the missing things that you obsess about, or the missing things that you are chasing, or the missing things that you don't like not seeing, or the missing things that you really want to find. Like, you need to take that and figure out about yourself what it is that's hindering you on that. For me, talking about getting the new things is very hard. I don't place a whole lot of value in things. I'm an SE inferior. I really don't place a lot of value in things. They're useful, I like having them, but I don't place value in owning them. And so I'm a little bit healthier than some people about that, but they get defensive if you want to borrow their stuff. All right. Before I start to ramble, because I do tend to do that when I'm on these videos, incorporate this into your meditative practice. We're going to go through all of these. This will be the next series of videos. So if you're not an SE, don't worry, yours is coming up. But you need to incorporate this into your meditative practices. Whenever you're working on your base, make sure you attune the proper frequencies. We have a whole video on that. You check them out. Attune the proper frequencies. Find you a YouTube video with a guided meditation that is on the base, and then meditate on your base for a week, for 2 weeks. However long it takes for you to be able to identify. You are not going to jump into being healthy in your base. It's just not going to happen. You are not going to, in the first day, sit down, meditate, and cleanse that. It is not going to happen. But if you are intentional about it, and you spend your intentionality on that, if you change your perception to notice that, then you can correct your base. You can quit obsessing over the things. You can quit, for an SI user, obsessing over the memories. You can quit for an FE user, obsessing over other people's feelings. You can do that. But it takes knowledge. I'm trying to impart a little knowledge with this. That is my goal, is to help people to understand them a little bit better. I hope that I brought just a little bit of enlightenment and not too much confusion to a very complicated subject. I know that this is very unusual. If you're used to MBTI, this is not what you're used to seeing. I am okay with it. I have taken my time to do my SI, as hard as that is for me. I have even taken the time to get some TE, and that's really hard for me. So, I'm okay with changing this system. I am okay because this is going to help somebody. This right here is going to help somebody to get themselves lined out in a way that they are healthier for other people. And that is my goal. My goal is to make you happier for you and to make everyone around you happier because you are making them happier. Wouldn't that be great if we just went around trying to make other people happy all day instead of just trying to make me happy? Let's make everybody else happy. And that's coming from an INFJ. So, to the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. I love you. You are whole, complete, and worthy in and of yourself. Until next time, this has been Pitt. Peace.